And they said, look, we're not happy with the way, James Marape and his team are running the country. We're just waiting for Bougainville to be independent and we'll be next.
So Allan Bird, the Honorable Governor for Isipik Province, appeared at the FM100 talkback show a few days ago, and he revealed some behind-the-scene actions that happened before the recent VONC motion at the Parliament. And he discussed the difficulties the opposition team faced in putting together the motion of no confidence, and he also said that government MPs are not happy with how the country is being run by Honorable James Marape, the Prime Minister, but they are scared to make moves to unseat James Marape. Take a look.
Now, Governor, of course, what transpired on Tuesday itself, 89 votes to 16, the Prime Minister successfully defeating the vote of no confidence in this case. From many Papua New Guineans are wondering what happened. Why couldn't we master the numbers? And of course, people switching during the time to vote.
Well, most people, they think that votes of no confidence are easy. It's not easy. It's not easy putting together a vote of no confidence. First of all, you've got to kind of get it through all of the difficult stuff, which is get it onto the floor of Parliament. And that's hard. That's very hard. Because the government will use every trick in the book to throw it out, which they do quite successfully, yeah. And then the other thing is there's a lot of discussions that go on behind the scenes that people don't see. You only see the action on the floor.
True,
right?
True.
So obviously, when the right to move a vote of no confidence, that power rests with the opposition. It's really the only power we have. We don't have any other powers. So the power to nominate, to move a vote of no confidence lies with the opposition. It's specifically given to us, I guess, by law. And it's something that we use. It's the only thing we have, really. So when we were contemplating a vote of no confidence, obviously we have to talk to those in government. And at the time when Sepita was put on the notice paper, Sepita Ipatas's name, there was a discussion with leaders in the government. And they all agreed there that, look, put Sepita on the ballot paper. So they brought Sepita across to us in the opposition and said, put him on. We'll support him, which we did. And obviously there were lots of discussions that took place. Sepita didn't join the opposition immediately. He had to stay at his hotel and try to talk to the people that convinced him to put his name on the ballot paper. Now, if you remember when the Honorable Rainbow Paita was his name was on the ballot paper, there was, when he lost, and he actually in his speech he spoke about the people that kind of betrayed him.
See this, those two alternate Prime Minister nominees in the last two motions of no confidence that had happened, they were asked by members of Parliament from the government side to move over to the opposition. They actually spoke to the opposition side, asking them to let their nominees become the alternate Prime Minister nominees so that they will join. They will cross the floor when the motion of no confidence, when the voting happens in the floor of Parliament, they will cross the floor over and join them and make them become the Prime Minister. And that's how James Marape will lose his seat. But actually, they betrayed the opposition. They betrayed the opposition. These MPs from Parliament, from government, betrayed the opposition. They betrayed these two alternate Prime Minister nominees, and they betrayed the country. They betrayed us. They betrayed you and me. They betrayed the taxpayers. They betrayed every single Papua New Guinean, the majority of Papua New Guinean who wants change in government, who wants a new leadership, who wants a new Prime Minister. They betrayed all of us.
And to form a new government, you really need the members from government to break up. That's how it works. Opposition doesn't have the number. We just provide the platform, I guess, for the change to occur. The change comes from within government. And so, unfortunately, all of those people that convinced Sepita Ipatas to put his name on the ballot paper, at the 11th hour, they decided not to support him. Okay. And I'm not privy to those discussions, yeah. But I did speak to some of the members who are in government. Well, we all speak. I spoke to ministers, I spoke to backbenchers, and I asked them, look, what are you guys thinking? The sentiment I got was that they're all unhappy with the way the country is being run. And
That's exactly what Sir Peter said
yeah,
in his speech, in his address, at his concession.
look, when you talk to members of parliament by themselves, they're all unhappy. I mean, I spoke to several MPs, like the quietest ones are the ones from NGI. The NGI guys don't say anything. They just keep really quiet. So I spoke to a few of them. I said, look, what are you guys thinking? And they said, look, we're not happy with the way, James Marape and his team are running the country. Mibla belat na stabia. We're just waiting for Bougainville to be independent and we'll be next.
Wow.
And I said, hang on. The problem is, about 5 people are. There's James Marape and Undialu and, a couple of others, they're the ones that are the real ringleaders. I said, why can't you just get rid of them? Why you want to break up the country as a solution to how these people are running the country?
So this is the part that gets me really frustrated. These parliamentarians, these leaders, we vote them into parliament to be, they are leaders, they are mandated leaders. They are equal to James Marape, they are equal to Undialu, they are equal to whoever their colleagues are in the parliament. You know, follow you can tell haplo by benim na come up yes man na brief case kaya na benim na yula brook away na because you saw some country it's not going well na kind of some but then you fret can you are not a leader, you are a follower. Leaders are people who can negotiate, who can manipulate, who can influence, who can make stand for their people because they have the mandate. You are not just a leader, self-proclaimed leader. You are a mandated leader.
And they said, Mibla tired there, but Mibla sabi lo pasin lo ba bagarapin Mibla, so Mibla must stop. But Mibla waiting Bougainville. As soon as Bougainville goes, NGI, we're going. I was like, wow. And then you look at the Papuan team. The Papuans had a meeting, convened by the Honorable Rufina Pita, and they're expressing the same sentiments. And all of that is a frustration with the government. I'm not in government. They're not frustrated with Allan Bird as governor of Isipik. But I know that my people are also having the same frustrations. It's a frustration of, on top of the same things, law and order, lack of opportunities, lack of power. We can't get power. Water problems. There's no money coming down to maintain, all of the normal problems that every single province has, which are sort of, because we have a centralized system of government, all these problems start in the center. So the center collapses, the outside collapses, you think. So we have all the same problems. But then all of these problems and how the country is managed, how things are prioritized, it then leads to other things. People are realizing, all right, well, look, as leader for so-and-so, I'm not really getting anything done because everything is done from the center. And the problem is the government. And rather than dealing with the government, they would prefer to break up the country. These are the sorts of discussions that are going on amongst members of parliament.
How should I say? If I could use an analogy, this is the case where I would describe it as a very toxic marriage. You've got one very unhappy partner who can't really speak out about what they see is wrong. And they're looking at probably, going to the courts to actually disillusion the marriage in this case. They're suffering, but they're staying because they can't really speak out. Otherwise, they get all their benefits cut.
I describe it like this. You have a rat in your house, destroying your house. Rather than deal with the rat, we want to bend the house down just to kill one rat. That's what we're trying to do.
Goodness.
That's the way I see it. You should deal with the rat. Don't bend the house.